Hello viewers, I'm super excited to be here and I'm glad you could join us on another episode of Nimasa this week, the program that takes you on an in-depth guide of the maritime world. I remain your uncle, Moyioluwa Olutayo. Sit back and relax as we begin to unfold all that we have for you today. I'll be right back.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for our maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
Our first port of call today is the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. The Nigerian Chamber of Shipping and the Lekki Deep Sea Port held a breakfast meeting with the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, to discuss opportunities and ways to enhance trade and shipping in Nigeria. Stay tuned as we bring you clips from the report. I'll be right back.
The Nigerian Chamber of Shipping recently organized a breakfast meeting with key industry stakeholders in a bid to gain insights into the future of maritime trade and provide networking opportunities for attendees. The event, which held in Lagos under the theme Unlocking Opportunities, the Lekki Deep Sea Port Playbook for Transforming Trade and Shipping in Nigeria, had in attendance key stakeholders from various government agencies, including Nimasa, the Nigerian Shippers Council, the Nigerian Ports Authority, Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents, and others. The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, delivered the keynote address at the event, where he commended the leadership of Lekki Port for organizing what he described as a platform for stakeholders to chart a clear course for the future of the industry. He went on to acknowledge the efforts of the federal government under President Bola Tinubu in working alongside the Lagos state government and private sector players to improve infrastructure, including the completion of critical access roads linking Lekki Port to major highways. He added that the administration intends to replicate the successes of Lekki Port as a blueprint for port rehabilitation projects across the country.
Our vision is very clear: to build a modern, safe, efficient, and globally competitive maritime sector that fully unlocks Nigerian economic potential. Achieving this vision will require more than sound policy. It demands sustained investment in infrastructure, targeted capacity building, accelerated digital transformation, and strong, enduring partnership with the private sector. The Lekki Deep Sea Port, located within the Lagos Free Trade Zone, represents a landmark investment valued at $1.5 billion. It is the first deep sea port facility of its kind in West Africa, with an installed capacity of 1.2 million TEU, dedicated terminals for containers, liquid bulk and dry bulk, and the ability to accommodate vessels up to 18,000 TEU. It is truly a game changer. Already, it has generated thousands of direct and indirect jobs as an evidence of its strategic economic importance.
On his part, the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Dayo Mobiriola, thanked the Nigerian Chamber of Shipping for organizing the event, noting that collaboration remains key to unlocking opportunities from the federal government's huge infrastructure investments.
I'd like to begin by thanking the Nigerian Chamber of Shipping for kind invitation to speak at this important gathering. It is indeed a privilege to be here with such a distinguished group of industrial leaders who share in the vision of building a thriving maritime industry for Nigeria. And I commend the Nigerian Chairman of Shipping for consistently providing a platform for deliberation and collaboration within the maritime sector. As we all know, the Nigerian maritime industry is positioned for significant transformation with the Lekki Deep Sea Port standing as a key enabler of this future.
Also speaking was the Chief Executive Officer of Lekki Port, Mr. Wang Xiang, who as a guest speaker expressed satisfaction with the level of synergy between public and private sector stakeholders, while appreciating the federal government for its support in making Lekki Port a success story.
My appreciations to those institutions and organizations who helped Lekki Port. So with their help, so just like MPA, just like customer, just like the Minister of Blue and Economy, just like those unions and customers, and with them's help, and then we have Lekki Port's achievement. And then we have the Lekki Port's commissioning.
Honorable Minister, the Chambers has over the years played a key role in advancing maritime, oil and gas, whether through contributions in Cabotage Act regime, Nimasa Act, Oil and Gas Industry Content Act development, where we contribute in many of the policies that are there. There's membership-based organization. We represent a broad spectrum of industry players. And our affiliation with the International Chamber of Shipping, as well as our leadership role across Africa, position us as a strong partner for the government. With renewed collaboration and support, we can contribute even more meaningfully to capacity building, training, advocacy, to Nigerian aspiration, particularly at the International Maritime Organization.
Lekki Deep Sea Port, located in the Lagos Free Zone, is a multi-purpose facility and currently the only operational deep-sea port in the country, having commenced full commercial operations in April 2023.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
Welcome back. The program is still Nimasa this week. We move on to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, where the Deep Blue unit that works in tandem with the Nigerian Armed Forces were in Port Harcourt to inspect their newly acquired assets. Stay tuned on the program. I will be right back.
As part of its efforts to maintain maritime security across Nigeria's territorial waters and the wider Gulf of Guinea, Nimasa has acquired new air assets to bolster its existing unmanned aerial vehicle fleet.
The Deep Blue project has been of tremendous benefit to the nation's maritime domain, especially since the inception of the project and the deployment of the assets to the Nigerian territorial waters. Part of these assets and platforms that we use is the UAVs. The UAVs are surveillance systems that we use to gather day-to-day data. So these new VTOL UAVs that we just acquired are meant to enhance the surveillance of our maritime domain. They are sophisticated, new technological systems that will greatly enhance our surveillance, giving us day-to-day analysis and data of maritime crime-prone areas, and the need for us to investigate these areas and effectively position our patrol around these areas. This is a plus for the Deep Blue project, and the kudos goes to the DG and executive management of Nimasa, who has seen this as a priority, as one of our primary mandates.
The videos and images that we are getting from the system will allow us to bring evidence on the illegal activities that are taking place at the EEZ of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it will allow us to bring more benefits to the maritime community, to Nimasa, Ministry of Defense, and the security agencies. Till now, all the tests are going well. We have tested a 50-kilometer flight. We have tested 2.5 hours flight. We have tested vertical takeoff and landing. Everything is going well, and we cannot wait for tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better, so we can continue from there. And that's it. Thank you very much. Well done.
This acquisition is aimed at enhancing the Deep Blue project's operational efficiency in combating piracy and other maritime-related offenses. These are footages from a test flight at Elele in Rivers State. Since inception, the Integrated National Security and Waterways Protection Infrastructure, known as the Deep Blue Project, has been a joint effort involving the Nigerian military and other security stakeholders. The latest deployment is no exception, as the Nigerian Air Force personnel attached to the Deep Blue Project will operate the new unmanned air vehicles. In a handing over ceremony, which took place at the 5th Battalion, Nigerian Army Barracks Shooting Range in Elele, Rivers State, the unmanned air vehicles were inspected and tested by agency officials. The Deep Blue Project is an initiative of the Federal Ministry of Transportation and the Federal Ministry of Defense, which is being implemented by Nimasa, with personnel drawn from the Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Department of State Services, and other security agencies.
The venue was the Navy town in Ojo, and the event was the capability demonstration by the intervention force of the Maritime Security Unit. Dignitaries present witnessed absolute professionalism as a simulation of piracy attack and effective repelling by the Deep Blue team. The demonstration featured Special Mission Vehicle DB Abuja and DB Lagos, fast interceptor boats, and Special Mission helicopter, showcasing various tactics such as boat formation, vessel boarding, and overtake with the interceptor boats. scenario simulated how the interceptor boats came with Special Intervention Force operatives to liberate the attacked vessel. The helicopters were used to drop the special forces onto the vessel under attack. This is casualty evacuation, as the team is well equipped for all scenarios. At last, the hostage takers were repelled and apprehended, with SIF men boarding from all sides, including from the air. The Deep Blue Task Group has keyed into the existing maritime security architecture to ensure that identified gaps along the Nigerian maritime coastline are closed from Badagry to Calabar.
Extremely impressed. You surpassed my imagination.
On the program, Nimasa this week, we move on to the Nautical Chat segment, where we bring you the concluding part of the interview with our special guest, Hajiya Bola Idayat Muse, CEO, Bomarah Group. Stay tuned on the program. I'll be right back.
So you must have heard that Nigeria is contesting for the category of the IM, and Nimasa is at the forefront of doing this now, right?
I know.
And there's been a lot of clamor from the industry that Nigeria is ripe to be on this category C. Now, what do you think about this, and how does the women in the industry intend to join in this campaign for Nigeria to get on this category C of the IMO?
Number one, I want to first of all congratulate Nigeria, because I foresee that we are going to really win this election because this is more than 3 times now that we've been losing to another country that they are baby to us. But I believe that with the new DG that we have now, I believe that Nigeria can go. If custom can win the chairman of WTO by now, I believe that we are going to win the category C that we are clamoring for. And now the woman can come in. You can come in by way of advocacy. We come together, lend our voice, and make a lot of noise to make sure that we won the election. And I want to suggestion that if Nimasa, I'm not just saying it for something, if at least they can sponsor most of our women to be there, because you can imagine that when you want to go and play football, we have the supporters who normally used to go. But when you're alone there, women has a way of making things happen. This is what I know. Women has a way, because when women is going to market, the men cannot go there to market. So we have a way that we can, our voice, if our presence is being felt over there, believe me, we are coming home with the results.
Interesting. Well, we're told that the women should be sponsored to go to, to London to go and support, to cheer Nigeria up, for the IMO.
We know how to, we know our onions.
And then they are sure that, of course, Victoria Asata, right? We're coming back with the victory. Thank you so very much for that very, very, assertive, confirmation about the women in the industry, right? Yes. So now talking about capacity building again. Now there's a need for, like you said earlier, the maritime industry is male dominated, right? But of course, women are now coming up. What effort is WIMA, Wister, Willard, and all of them making to, bring in the younger females into the maritime sector to make them understand that there's a need for a career, in the industry?
You see, what we are doing, WIMA, Willard, Wister, everybody is by way of advocacy. And we are taking our campaign. We are not stopping there. We have the LTT. LTT is training all these marine girls, the ladies in the sea. We have the lady on the sea. We have the women, a lot of women that we are bringing up, especially in my office. We have some ladies, you can see them there, that we are training. We have a lot of women that we are training now to come in to let them know that there is a lot in the maritime and you have a lot to gain. If not only on maybe white collar job, you banking and other sector, but by the time you are in the industry, because for me, I've spent 30 years in the industry.
That's huge.
And if I can still maintain being 30 years in the industry, I believe that other women can do that. We are training them. We are training. We have some women that we are training.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, Ma, looking ahead, Ma, in the future, now that we'll have a Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, what are your hopes for the future of Nigeria's maritime sector in terms of inclusivity now? Talking about female and male gender balancing, and then global competitiveness and institutional resilience. What are your hopes?
We hope that the coming in the new sector of the blue economy will be able to give the women the chance that we are clamoring for. It's not only on the blue economy that we've been lending our voice that we want gender equality. What we are saying is that we can have like 45 to 65, 45 for women.
55 for men.
Yes, 65 for women.
55 for men. Okay.
Yes, I think it's fair enough for them to be able to, our voice will be heard. Because not only, we have a lot of women. Some people now, we have a woman on the wheel. You see, go to the port. You see a woman driving a forklift.
Interesting, yes.
Big equipment. You see the woman there. You see a woman driving trailers. We have them in Willard. We have a lot of women that at least, maybe by giving us, we are looking for building capacity. Building capacity in the essence that, okay, we train our women. We have a lot of facilities, a lot of things in place that we can be able to bring all these women together and to make things work out for the blue economy. But we want the Honorable Minister to listen to us once in a while.
Right, so I would like to ask you this question before I let you go now. Now that we have a Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy in Nigeria, what is your assessment of the sector? Are we faring better?
My answer still we will get there. Because I cannot just assess now because this is a new sector that is just coming in. But so far so good, I think we're doing well. And which I feel that there is a room for more assessment.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Thank you.
I'll be speaking with Hajiya Bola Muse, the former president of WIMA Africa Nigeria, and currently the MD CEO of Bomarah Group. She's spoken a lot about the women in the industry, the rise of women in the maritime industry in Nigeria, how the men have been able to go through so many things to ensure that they engage themselves in the industry that is already male-dominated. She talked about advocacy, she talked about supporting the agencies in the sector, and she has talked about capacity development for younger women in the industry. And to wrap on this segment, my name is Femi Kumuyi. Thank you.
Feeling appreciated and valued is a fundamental human need. This is a special thank you to all our esteemed viewers home and abroad. Please join us again next week, same time on this same platform, for another interesting and fully packaged episode. Until then, I remain your regular anchor, Moyoluwa Olutayo. Bye for now.